this Tuesday morning, and you're welcome wherever you're viewing from. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. A lot to be discussed. A lot to be discussed about the current situation in Nigeria politics. We're going to be starting from the big one, SDP, responding to El-Rufai anti-party activity. I think nobody knows. SDP has decided that is enough of this activity, because the last time El-Rufai made an interview, granted an interview in Rise TV, he said he's still on SDP. Now, if you see everybody that's eager to join this ADC, majority of them have not left their party. They're still a member of any of the political party that they belong to. So El-Rufai was still a card-carrying member of SDP. What SDP did was a proactive step. Don't forget, El-Rufai is just coming out from APC, and he decided to pitch a tent with the SDP people. But that was barely 6 months, not up to 6 months. El-Rufai was already fraternizing himself, having this relationship with ADC, and that actually got SDP leadership annoyed that we are not for sale. So at this very point, we had to take a decisive decision. SDP leadership, they took a decisive decision. I think this is what all political parties in Nigeria should be doing, and this is a welcome development. If you are in a political party, show that you are in a political party. And if you are not ready to be in that political party, also just prove that you are not ready to be in that political party. Because at the time he left APC, within 2 months or 3 months there, he was already moving with ADC coalition. You can't force people you met or grant to join you. So SDP, they took a decisive step. Right now, El-Rufai has no political party that he belongs, and that's the person that said he wants to unseat Bola Tinubu. Now we're in 2025. We shouldn't be discussing about 2027 general election, but you see our politicians, because of their personal interest, that's why we're talking about election that is yet to come in 2027, and that's why El-Rufai decamped from APC, then joined SDP, and before you know it, is forming coalition with ADC. You met leaders on the ground with SDP, so you can't just come parading yourself as a member of SDP and then decide or try to coerce everybody. Shahidu Sarah, how you doing? How is your side? Where are you viewing from? Let me know where you're viewing from, and I will gladly shout out to you, to all of you. So we are looking at the political waves that are taking place in Nigeria. El-Rufai, Peter Obi, because former Borno State governor also made a very a profile, we can't call it allegation, we can't call it, said it's information about Peter Obi leaving Labour and ADC to join PD. So we are looking at this. So we are looking at this very dynamic, very dynamic way on the way forward to actually see that Nigerians take part in those who govern them. Yeah, that Nigeria have a say in those who govern them. Now, is era of social media, we talked about it. Now, is era of social media, we talked about it. So the truth of the matter is, every state, every country across the world you see these few people ruling, wake up. The people voted for them, but by the time they got there, rather by the time they get there, they forget about the input of the citizen and start doing what comes from their mind. And like, oh, we are doing it for the citizen, we're doing it for the citizen. Do you care to know what the decision, what the need of the citizen are before you start saying you are repressed? But what we see in politics across the globe today is people, politicians, representing themselves and their interests. You're like, oh, we're doing it for the people, we're doing it for the people. Why are you doing it for the people? Now, let me give you a critical, we're talking about politics in Nigeria, but let me give you a critical example. What is the connection between US and Iran? Israel is fighting war with Iran. Instead of you to come in and make peace, then you just enter. Trump took the people to war, and the crisis is still on ground. And Iran are responding that if US decide to bomb them again, they will respond. Yeah, US is a big country, but that's not how peace is achieved. That's not the reason why the people voted you to power. That's the same thing with Bola Tinubu. You seek vote. 8 million people voted for you. You defeated Atiku and Peter Obi, their respective political party. But why are you not doing what we favor, what will benefit the citizen, rather than doing your own personal thing? That's the problem. And that's what brought us to the discussion today. We are in 2025. Bola Tinubu and his course, they are discussing 2027 general election. Barely 2 years in office. Barely 2 years in office. He's already thinking, he's already discussing about 2027 general election. And that's why, in our little way, we're going to be bringing political awareness. Now, the first thing we are looking at is El-Rufai that has been expelled. Now, with other political parties, will they take such decision? Because if you look at ADC has leaders on ground. All of a sudden, we wake up that the ADC chairman resigned, giving room to David Mark to be, will I say, permanent or temporary national chairman, Arigbe Sula as the secretary. It don't have to be like that. Those people have structure on ground, and when you come in, and the presidential candidate of ADC during the 2023 general election came out and said he was not aware and is not happy about it and is not in support of that coalition. So you see politicians who say, in quote, they are fighting for the people, but indirectly they are fighting for themselves. Why did Atiku leave left AP? Why did Atiku leave PDP to ADC? Because that's the only chance he can get presidential ticket, and he dropped it out. And Borno State will go to governor of Borno State. Now, these are many more. Obedience wherever you are, and viewer wherever you are. See, if you young, if you old, you have a stake in your country. We have to this going to be, so that's the issue, and that's the situation going to be, so that's the issue, and that's the situation finance. So the leadership of SDP took a decision, like, El-Rufai, we your time with us, but I think your time is gone, is over. So you have to go find another political party where you will pitch your tent. That's the situation. That's where El-Rufai found himself at this very point in time. Because there had to be a time where people stand up to political bully, where people stand up to people, politicians who want to usurp their rights, who want to usurp their political structure for their political game. That's the truth. During the presidential campaign, you will see a lot of energy. You will see, I think politicians have really disappointed the citizen enough. Now, let me break it down during when late President Buhari was coming to power. People believe in him. People really want to see this man work. But along the line, what Nigeria got was not what they bargained for. It ended up very bad. So right now, the citizens are awakening. There's this, I know what they are doing. Each time the people rise, each time the people take decision, they use all instrumentality of the state to actually divert, subvert the will of the people. That's what they are doing. Through INEC and other, because if you go out there, ask Nigeria, who do you think actually won the last presidential election? They will tell you. Now, they know. I think what President Ahmed Bola Tinubu should be doing by now was supposed to put political structure, electoral structure that will strengthen the democratic system of the nation, Nigeria. We saw that Yaradua, we saw that during Yaradua, we saw that during Obasanjo, trying to bring in revolution, trying to bring in structure that will help balance election, that will help us achieve credible election. But you see over and over again, these politicians, they brought in beavers. We need free and fair election. They brought in beavers. But we discovered that during the election, they don't make use of the beavers. So the billion that was spent on beavers wasted. So if you're not going to use it, if you know that it's just the manual system, has been using it since 1999 or 1998, if that's the system you want to adopt, why spend the billions? Why spend the billions? Why wasting the taxpayer money on what you are not going to use? So I think at this time, since they decided to talk about it, we also need to talk about it. Bringing awareness to people. And now, if you're just joining us, you're welcome. I appreciate you joining. And if you're not also watch, a former Borno State governor said Peter Obi is likely highly ready to go back to PDP. That video is up there. It has been uploaded, and you will see the interview when he had that interview with Channel Television early this morning. So we are still looking at El-Rufai expelled from SDP. Right now, he has no political party. And Peter Obi. Now, Peter Obi has said he's going to contest election. Now, I must tell you, it has been for a very long time that Nigeria sees someone like Peter Obi, like politician that you see Nigeria across the 36 states of the federation, actually hoping that this man will just become president. It's just like when the former national chairman of APC, Adams Ali, now senator, was preparing to become governor of Edo State. You see the masses rooting for him. You see the masses supporting him massively because they believed in it. Yeah, he did well in his first tenure. A lot of things that was done in Edo State was done during his first tenure, and his second tenure, he was already trying to install another person that we actually took over from him. So that one is just quite a story. But you see this Peter Obi, you see that energy around youth, around old men and women about Peter Obi. And they don't, you see, it is beyond party. Nobody is trying to vote for party line at this time when Peter Obi is involved. The people want to vote for personality. People want to vote for credibility. People don't want to vote for someone who has drug case in US back and front to be talking about. That's just the truth. And then El-Rufai coming up. Now, the truth of the matter is, the decision that SDP took concerning El-Rufai is a big welcome development. It's a big welcome development. Politicians got to stop fighting for themselves and start fighting for the people. They told us democracy is for the people, by the people, for the people. No, they have changed that definition. And most of you actually fear we in democracy in Nigeria, in Africa. If you look at what is happening in Kenya, you just like what Traore is doing, you see across Africa, people are supporting it. Let's forget about democracy that put us in trouble. See, even in democracy, let's practice democracy. Let the leaders do why they were elected. Not subverting the will, the desire, the decision of the people, impoverishing the people. They know what they are doing because they know once the city is in right, they are in trouble. So they don't want to relinquish that power. The only way they come to the cities, you see now everybody is talking about election, and you that is being probably you don't want to talk about it. Let the election come. You start seeing your governor eating corn on the street. You start seeing your senator you have not seen before coming to your village, come and sweep your village town hall. It's all the name of service. Politicians that you have not seen, now you will not see them. They are only talking about it. They are only interested in talking about it. Why are they talking about it? Political consciousness. Why are they attacking Peter Obi left and right? Even the last time Edo State governor, why are they attacking him left and right? Political consciousness. To send fear, intimidation into his heart. Because what you keep hearing over and over and over and over again, form decision, form your mindset. Like, oh, if people are talking about it really like this, is that person, probably that is how the person is. Even Nyonse Wike, who could not settle his misunderstanding with Fubara in River State, is also giving and telling Nigeria to reject the coalition. They say that's how to tell you what they are doing. They are sacking the people. They are sacking the people of Nigeria to have this microscopic view about them. No distraction. So when SDP took that decision, just left APC, and before you know it, he decided to go back to it is with ADC. Under how many? Less than 3 months, you left APC to SD. And that's the person that said he had brought this calamity, because if you watch that now, he had brought this calamity on Nigeria, and he want to help remove this calamity for Nigeria. That's with who? Is that a coalition is done in El-Rufai Kingdom? Man, it's funny. If that's the way El-Rufai think, that is how coalition is done. Now, for my viewer all over the world, I appreciate you for stopping by. Let's keep the conversation going on the comment section. What are your thoughts? Whatever language, speak the language I will hear, but how they speak. Let's keep the conversation going on the comment section. We are currently looking at, can SDP forgive El-Rufai? But they banned it for 30 years. SDP did not just expel El-Rufai, they banned it for 30 years, that as we expel you, go. Don't come back till after 30 years. That they are expecting, if you want to come back to SDP, probably he said it's 60. Now 60, 70, 80, 60, 70, 80, 90. Yeah. When El-Rufai will be 90 years, he can come back to SDP. But for now, you cannot come back. Like I said, let's keep the conversation going on the comment section, wherever you're watching from. What are your thoughts on what is happening in the nation, Nigeria? We have to talk about it. We have to talk about it, and we have to let the people aware that the situation on Nigeria, the situation Nigeria finds itself is beyond party line. And we should not vote based on party. Because what is happening in Nigeria affects everybody, not just one person, one party. Because Nigeria, let's pass this message across, not about party, but Nigeria. Yeah, we move Nigeria forward. Now, anywhere you find yourself, we're talking about leadership. If leaders don't want to face what the citizens are facing, then it's not in Nigeria. It's not worthy to be in that office. Because if you give power to someone who don't know it, they said, when the importance of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. Our politicians don't know the importance of power, so they abuse it. And some of the ways they abuse it is to use it for their personal gain. So you see a politician coming for, I think they just made an announcement. Buhari's wife have moved to his mansion in Kaduna, left Douara. But they told us that Buhari has one house, and that's the one they're living in Douara in Kaduna State, to his hometown. A politician can do anything, can say anything to win votes. And that's what they're doing. Now, let's get back to Peter Obi, the camping. Is it the camp? Going back to PDP. Former governor of Borno State, Amadou Sharif. Come on, I'm not going to talk. No. Is the interview that we're actually discussing about, is the interview he granted with Sean. Come on. If there is chance, he should. If that is true, because the former Borno State said, Amadou Sharif, that he has rightly within that Peter Obi will return to PDP in the shortest time possible. Now, Amadou Sharif is a member of PDP. That's number one. Number two, there is ongoing talk between PDP and Peter Obi returning to the party. Because probably they just wake up and feel like, okay, now that Atiku is not there, they've seen during the last election that this man actually commanded a lot of votes. So if we bring it back, and if he accepts to come back and we give him the ticket, then that might just be the chance where they will win the presidency. So, viewer, is that the right decision? As an obedient, is that the best decision? What are your thoughts? Should Peter Obi really go back to PDP? Or, right now, I don't even know the party that Peter Obi belongs to. And that's the truth. Right now, I don't know the party that Peter Obi belongs to. Because Peter Obi is in ADC, they form coalition with ADC. He personally, that is, he did not carry label. He went there. He is in coalition with ADC. Now, the only way coalition works is if you bring party. But so far, so good. What we are saying is politician forming coalition, not party forming coalition. So let's clap for our politician. They are trying to do what APC did, but That's not how APC did their coalition. That is not how APC did it. And the way they are going about it, it might work. It might not work. But I'm on the opinion that Peter Obi should go back to PDP. Yeah, I'm on the opinion that Peter Obi should go back to PDP. Then he will decide. He has said it before. If you've not watched that, he said he's contesting. The video is up there, and the full interview of Armando Sheriff and Sean. So Peter Obi going back to PDP, is there benefit for him to go back to PDP? That's number one. What would be the reaction of obedient Peter Obi fan? Will they support him? Will they go along with him when he go back to PDP? Now, the Labour Party members that were originally Labour Party members when Peter Obi joined Labour, will they also go with him to PDP? Or PDP should form coalition with Labour? El-Rufai matter aside, looking at Peter Obi, because politics is so dynamic. I did not ever say that Peter Obi and El-Rufai will sit under one political umbrella called ADC. I did not ever say that. Nobody see that coming. Even when El-Rufai was the governor of Kaduna State, nobody saw that coming. But it did happen in the name of coalition. So it's also possible for Peter Obi to go back to PDP. And now that SDP has expelled El-Rufai from their party, then he cannot decide if he's fully going to be in SDP or he's going to find another political party where he can build from. But El-Rufai, I think El-Rufai forgot that to build is not easy. So at this time, Nigeria, viewers, wherever you are viewing from, let me quickly put this. If you don't have your voter's card, go and apply for your voter's card. You know, I keep hearing, vote don't count, vote don't count, vote don't count. Is your vote among the 6 million votes that Peter Obi got? Is your vote among the 8 million votes that Amebola Tinubu got? Is your vote among the 6 million plus votes that Atiku got? Is your vote among the 1.something million votes that Kwakwaso got, according to INEC? See, let's forget about votes don't count. Let's first of all vote. Let's first of all get our PVC and then vote. That, you see, you know, this is what one thing citizens do. We have this apartheid towards election. We are in 2025. So everybody is hustling now. We're talking about how to eat, how to survive, country hard. Whereas people that put us in that situation, they are fighting for the next election. So that you see my face very well. People that put us in this situation, they are fighting for the next general election. And then Nigerians, we are fighting for what to eat. That's consciousness. That's what they want us to focus on. And if we don't talk about it, you don't invite your friend to talk about it, you don't create group to talk about it, you don't talk about it on social media to also inculcate this consciousness on the people that they have to vote out bad leaders. 2027 general election will come, especially on the day of election, or you'll be seen along the street, people that ought to be on the field voting, they will be playing ball. People that ought to be on the field voting will form group and be discussing the same politics on that day. But you see what politicians do. They don't talk politics on the day of election. Even do this too, they don't talk politics. You know what they are doing at that time? They are doing projecting. How? Calculation. Information will be flying in. Where is our strength? How? For all that we have done, all the campaign. How? That's what they do. Whereas people that they are going to rule, they are just on the street, playing drinking. And at the end, they announce the result. They say, hey, NEC has announced result. And especially when our party don't win. That's one thing I've discovered about politics and about Nigeria. When the party we vote for don't win, these elections not free and fair. There have never been election that is free and fair. There have never been election that was free and fair. It's only fair to the party that win. It's not fair to the party that don't win. State election, federal election, state assembly, national assembly, there have never been free and fair election. One side will have to cry foul, while the other side have to celebrate. That's the truth. One side have to celebrate, while the other side will have to say, no, this election is not free and fair, it's not free and fair. The same election that brought in senators from Labour Party was the same election that Peter Obi contested for. But those that won celebrated the election was free and fair. But those that didn't win, cry foul. So let your vote be a network in Nigeria is terrible. I must say. This is terrible. But you see, we are here. We are not going anywhere because what is at stake is bigger than what we are facing. What is at stake is bigger than what we are facing. So right now, El-Rufai has no political party. The reaction of APC is actually sweet. The reaction of APC is actually sweet. And there's already a crack on coalition. There's already a crack on the coalition right now. Like Amadou Sharif said, give them 3 months. 3 months, you see the coalition falling. So our concern is Peter Obi should tell Nigerians the party he belongs to and start fighting for that party presidential ticket. So that everybody will start, obedient, we begin preparation. Because Nigeria right now needs an alternative, to the party that we have been having before. Oh boy, I'm hungry. How's Nigeria? Hungry. Before you talk, you have to have a backup of what to eat. Because hungry day, like hunger day. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. The country we find ourselves is amazing. The country we find ourselves is amazing. And it can only be God helping us. If politicians decide not to do their personal bidding, they will work well. They will work well. There is this greed in every politician. Greed in every politician. Get it now, forget about the future. That's what has brought Africa to where they are. There's this greed in every politician. They just, this opportunity we have, we grab it, and then we're living. They don't care what happened. They don't care what happened to the people. They don't care about how the people feel. the network that actually destabilized this my life feed is disheartening because strategically, strategically, Labour stand to gain if PDP and Labour mesh together. Labour stand to gain. Labour stand to gain if they mesh together because it will help them to strengthen their structure. But it's just on the rumor side that Peter B is leaving for PDP, that is returning to PDP. That's just on the well, it is possible. It's possible. What does the network actually? Gentlemen, I want to appreciate you for the network has not been stable. The network has been wave up and down. But a recap of what we have said so far, that SDP expelled El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State, and banned him for 30 years, 30 good years. They banned El-Rufai for 30 years, that he should not return to their party for the next 30 years. So right now, El-Rufai don't have any political party. Then, just as he resigned from APC, he should have waited since he has this mind of coalition of joining Atiku, because Atiku formally resigned from PDP. He resigned, he wrote his resignation. That man has been resigning. I must tell you something. He has been resigning from one political party of the other. So it's not just, Atiku is not a man of his word. Former President Obasanjo, when he resigned and tore his PDP membership card, since then he has not joined any political party. That's a man who kept to what he said. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you. Hopefully, we'll do it same time tomorrow. We'll be live to discuss the way forward in Nigeria politics. Bye for now.